This is going to be all about pure self-indulgence. The tools I will give you here and now, you will have so much more. You will be able to see things more richly. You will be able to see things much more richly. All of your senses and your sensitivities will increase markedly. We will be using scientific processes to achieve this, but we will have all the hallmarks of magic. We will be using Hebb's rule to upgrade and enhance your mind and your perceptions. To explain in short, Hebb's rule says that brain cells that fire together wire together. And this is going to help us in multi-channel sensory parallel processing. We're going to arrange things so that each and every time you see one stimulus, a whole range of other sensations that become linked to it will also fire off instantaneously in your brain. One consequence of this is that it powerfully increases the flows of neurotransmitters across neural thresholds, which of course leads to the typical so-called enhanced arousal states. In the social psychology of dynamic and exciting spectator events, perhaps even political campaigns too, and even religious practice, a lot of people think it is Hebb's rule that is the functioning basis for what has been termed by neuroscientists enhanced arousal. But as we are looking into an actual magical kind of manifesting here, we will be employing very advanced forms of enhanced arousal together with an accompanying polyphonic thinking process that goes far beyond the simple creating of inner emotional tension that inspires to powerful action, which is what is the usual objective of all those motivational videos and programs you might already be familiar with. In our system, instead of concentrating our focus, we will in fact be radically expanding our vision, removing the filters of a lot of masked programming that actually prevents us from seeing all those amazing things that are already right here in the material physical universe right before our eyes. Those things that will open doorways for you through which you can leverage a lot of material wealth. Polyphonic thinking is able to seduce the universe. Seducing the universe doesn't mean to lead the universe itself astray, but rather it means to allow the physics laws of energy and those means of entropy in the universe to reach to different, higher potentials than what normally obtains to the filtered down world that most humans inhabit. The universe wants to expand and break into any isolated systems, and the human mind is nothing but a treasure trove of its own isolated systems. The material universe endlessly moves energy to and from and through all non-isolated systems. We say it wants to because that is the governing principle of the physics law of entropy. We use the expression wants to, but in fact it does do. And because it does do, we, I suppose, presumptively say that it also must want to. Why not? We are indulging in magical thinking here after all, at least in the verbal sense we are. Don't worry, we're going to the magical and mysterious here and now in this program. A little contrast though first. Only 3 paragraphs worth. Manufactured things inside our material existence, especially expensive, high-quality things, often take time to be made. We know this. Even if you ordered a Rolls-Royce right now today, it would be several months before it was delivered. Physically takes several months to make, perhaps even 6 months or longer, and to make and deliver if you have any truly bespoke requirements. Naturally occurring things that occur in nature, that need no processing before we can use them, might be more quickly available, it is true, although still some of them need to grow first. Weathering or being seasoned in the environment is still a type of processing. The real question is whether our minds are available to appreciate this necessary and beautiful process of time on so many things. Can we appreciate the process itself, the journey, as much as the end result? Often not, and that's okay. We're going into the magical immediate here and now in any case. The rights of possession and ownership can be quite instant. And sound and sure knowledge, eventually having them delivered, is just as instant. How can we be sure, absolutely sure of the delivery, the timely delivery? All these depend on clear and rational perceptions and very advanced techniques of thinking. Polyphonic thinking is one direct path to such immediate magic. So let's begin the background basics to being able to practice some polyphonic thinking. In this process now, here and now, directly we will show you how to manifest by removing false masks on values. As soon as you find yourself becoming in control of the process that you can see will take you effectively and efficiently to the material outcome you desire, you will begin to more fully appreciate the journey too, and you will certainly achieve happiness. Polyphonic thinking puts you into that desired state of control. Detailed background academic and high-level industrial research studies are available via the links posted below for your further study. Polyphonic thinking, because it entrains multiple sense pathways to operate in parallel transmission, permits an individual to rapidly see into the dimensional depth behind any apparently single stimulus, whereas in today's world people are over-dependent on the media, which is a highly optically claimed sense channel. Let me now show you the power of polyphonic thinking. All the media tools and systems we are used to and have normally available to us are highly optically claimed sense channels. To appreciate the full reality of what we are seeing, though, we must learn to accommodate the fact of other stimuli also being present for things, any things, that we just purely optically see. Look how this deficiency impacts on financial matters, for one example. People are told about the daily central bank official interest rate number, and they see just one figure and just one number. All capital asset valuations are derived in part using the central bank official interest rate number. But by law, and specifically by the written statute that governs the central bank, the bank may never do anything that might destabilize the national currency or cause deliberate volatility in its trading. Consequently, all central bank official pronouncement as to price targets are number sequences. That is, they are a series of interest rate targets along a forward curve. And no matter how many times that you will hear Chair Yellen or previous chairmen like Greenspan or Bernanke or even the governor of the Bank of England for that matter explain this fact, no one ever takes any notice. It is a sequence, not a single number. That is why central bank monetary pronouncements are part of policy and not part of reactivity or single unitary action. They are never single unitary action. Never. The value of a central bank interest rate pronouncement, therefore, is not a number, that is, one single number, but the summation value of a number sequence. The price of gold, valued by the professional gold industry, is not based on the current on-the-day risk-free rate determined or pronounced by central bank statements. It is the summation value of a number series of a forward curve. Today's media quoted price per ounce for gold, for instance, is $1,350, and its professional industry value is calculated dependent upon the direction of the risk-free rate curve going forward. If this is downwards, the significance is an easing of financial price against the pressures of normal commodity demand. And if it is upwards, the significance is exponentially higher in the financial pressure added to whatever the market demand is for the physical commodity. When an official interest rate curve hits zero, this is a fundamental state change to the status quo of things because of the taxation revenues implications of negative interest rate monetary policy in the economy. And governments rapidly intervene through fiscal policy to move the curve bias back upwards when their tax base is being curtailed. Consequently, the current guaranteed direction of the central bank official interest rates is up, and the summation value calculation of this over even the shortest term of capital, say as little as only 5 years, makes the current industrial professional calculation of the implicit financial price pressure of gold give the economic velocity and inflation that will be driven from a 500% increase in the interest rate from, say, a current base of just, say, 1%, from 1% to 5% is a 500% increase, of course, is $50,000 per ounce. We can show you via the links posted below in detail how this calculation already shows up in corporate budgeting and extraction and market supply. The world is an abundant place. It is abundant, with even many wealthy people prepared to discard their gold to you because they deem it as virtually valueless to them, and are thus prepared to get rid of it for around $1,350 per ounce today. Now, let us look forward to the next video, in which we will concentrate on the actual training of our polyphonic thinking systems, capacities and capabilities, and train them into our casual subconscious minds. And everything we look at from then on, all the people we meet after that, how we see them and how they see us, will change forever. Thanks for watching.